So it's on to day 10. I'm probably going to be a little quieter in this video because y'all are getting some Gideo Jammer after hours. You know. Again, one of those days, kind of forgot I had to draw because I was planning on drawing earlier, but then my girlfriend was like, "Hey, do you want to hang out?" And I'm like, "Hang out with the person I love the most? Make a YouTube video that will get maybe 2 views, right? You see which one I picked." Regardless, I wanted to draw somebody more in like free fall, like just kind of in air today, just because that'd be more fun. I always draw people grounded, so somebody falling around. I thought would be pretty fun. Um, I don't know what exactly gave me the idea to draw a dragon. Like you can see here, I was fiddling around with like drawing dude, and I did end up. I don't know. I just something inside of me, something just snapped, and I don't know. Really felt like drawing a dragon. Regardless, you can see here in this like initial sketching phase, which you can see in like basically all my videos. It's, just kind of, yeah, does this feel good? Does this feel good? Does this feel good? It's the issue with not really having a direction or reference pictures or like any of those things. But then like for the dragon, you'll see it later. I was thinking of like 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 the Chinese finger traps, like where you like you put your fingers into them and you gotta like pull them in a weird way to get them off. Right? I don't know. I was thinking of those for some reason. Because I was thinking of it was like a big old silly dragon, which also was a way more fun challenge in anatomy, which of course you'll see a little later. Or do I start? Yeah, I started drawing it here. Because it's like I don't, because it's not quite like a snake, right? But it's also not quite not a like it's a very weirdly specific thing, and it's very interesting. It's very, and I honestly thought, like, I mean, out of everything in the drawing, I think that was easily the most interesting part of it, was trying to get that anatomy just quite right. And I do think in the end I definitely got it. That and the hair, those are both pretty fire. I think I could have put a little more work into like the actual tail bit, but you'll see that later. Again, I was just kind of like, it is, it's midnight. I need to get a video out. I don't care that much. Um, but no, we're 10 days into this, which is kind of crazy. And so and I guess I didn't really think I'd be sticking to it this long. But yeah, you can see here I went with this. I went with the design. It's very reminiscent of the Chinese finger traps. Mostly because I just think they're fun. I think it's a fun like in terms of like a design for like a more traditional dragon. I don't know what the actual terminology is. I don't know if some dweeb actually knows like what, because I know there's like a difference between like a dragon and like with and there's like one without arms that has legs. It's I don't know. I know like there's like that's like a whole thing of like the naming conventions of different what it would be like just different dragons, I guess. Is I know that is like a contested topic. So um but yeah, no, I also I could not get this jaw right. I don't know what it was. I couldn't, and even then, like even looking back on it, I'm not super satisfied with it. I do generally like how the clothes flowed though. I thought that was pretty fun. I don't know. More specifically the shorts. I don't know. The hoodies just feels weird, but I don't know. Maybe it should have just been like a little more pushed forward, maybe a little more pushed back. I don't know. You can see here I'm starting on the sketch of the dragon, mostly because I got tired of trying to draw a jaw. But yeah, no. You can see originally I went with this much more like spiky hair, but then there's puffy hair on the eyebrows, so it was kind of weird. Um, yeah, and I really like this way I did like the scaling, like making it because I don't know, it feels very scaly. I think that's another really good thing in this. The textures of a lot of the stuff feels different. Like the tongue feels a lot different from the face, which feels a lot different from the teeth, which feels it's just like everything feels very different because of the way I shaded it. This sucked to shade, by the way. This was horrible to shade because it's just dash 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 dash. And like it's dash cross dash cross. It's just the same thing so many times. And you can see here I'm kind of zooming in a little bit more to get the more precise details. And yeah, again, I was fiddling with this hair for, I mean, I'd say probably an hour, honestly. Like, that was a bulk of the time just trying to figure out how exactly to draw a dragon. But again, at the end, in the end, we got it. You can see I was thinking maybe going like overly detailed, and then I was like, maybe I should let, like, let the white do some of the work. That sounds racist. I don't know why. Letting some of the white do the work. It's white people. It's not real. But yeah, no. It's I don't know. It's just a very like it's just a very like odd thing, because I don't see a lot of dragons in my day to day, so I don't really know how their luscious locks would flow. And I also didn't really have a reference picture I was using. Like I just kind of took a quick glance at one just to kind of like figure out what the shapes of a dragon's mouth are, but after that it was pretty much just kind of freehanding, which is how I use most of my references. It's really like, oh, okay, got it, and then back to the drawing stage. Um, but yeah, so you can hear this is a lot of cleanup. Because again, I had the time, so I actually was able to clean up my line art, which I'm very rare. I don't know. I know I need to do it more, but I never feel like doing it just because it's kind of a pain. But yeah, no. Again, the tongue. I really like how I did it. It's really droopy effect, I guess is the way to describe it. I don't know. Some of the middle teeth were a little low effort, but what? I don't know. What you gonna do about it? Their teeth. Who cares? But yeah, no, I do kind of like the shading on all the hair and stuff though. That was very nice. I think I could have maybe made it a little darker, but you know what you gonna do about it. Also, yeah, I know I go back and fix the eyes, but they look a little janky in this. They just look a little lopsided. Just 'cause I think I thought it was a little less head on than it is. Um, at least based on like where the mouth is. And honestly, I probably could have shaved off some of the mouth looking back on it, but I don't feel like reopening up the file and redrawing. It's just this whole thing. But yeah, no, I went with this pattern where it was like triple hashed on the outermost on those like double diamonds, I guess, like the hourglass shape, and then I did like single hashing on the middle ones, and again, turned out very well. Um, Also, yeah, I was using the wrong layers for like most of this. Or I guess not the wrong layers, but I was like flopping between weird layers. Also, I almost made the same mistake that I did on day 7. I call to action, go back and watch that video. I almost made the same mistake where I didn't fill in part of the back of it, which would have been a little silly, little funny, but you can see here starting on the hoodie. It's again it says it's fine. Generally, it's just kind of weird to get the anatomy right on it, and it just feels very off. No matter which way I drew it, I don't know. I could never really get that feeling away. But with time, I guess I'll maybe be able to draw hoodies better. But yeah, no, I thought this was a very well-rounded image in terms of like testing skills and stuff that I've learned. There was some hair, there was some texturing, there was some clothes, there was some anatomy, there's a bunch of different little things that I think I've developed over the past 10 days that I think really got put to the test here. Yeah, no, so again, I did end up adding a little bit of fire just because, what's a dragon without fire? Is it even a real dragon if there's not fire spewing out of its mouth? And then this was more just like kind of adding some effects, making it look real pretty. Just like the little things that you can kind of touch up here at the end. Like just putting stuff more foregroundy, putting stuff more in the background, stuff like that. But yeah, no, in terms of like the image as a whole, I think honestly it turned out pretty well. I was experimenting with like, maybe I should do like lines to show direction, but this isn't animatic, so I decided against it. Generally, I think I could have maybe made the hoodie a little shorter. Could have done a couple of different things. You gotta see a snippet of my background there. But yeah, no, this was really really fun. This was just a super fun one to draw, a super fun one. I was really just feeling the music, having a good time. But yeah, no. So thank you for watching the video, and I hope I will see you in the next one. I guess make sure to like, comment, and subscribe and all that. I've again yet to get a comment on these videos, which is kind of rude. I'm starting to think that y'all aren't watching this far in, and that y'all are just like or that you're watching this far in, and then you don't even comment. So it's like fuck you too, buddy. But regardless, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.